Hi, I'm Mara McFalls. Welcome to Panasonic Presents Picture Perfect. Today we're at Red Rock State Park and Amphitheater right outside of Denver, Colorado. It's a great place to take pictures. Now remember when you went to buy your digital camera and the salesperson is telling you all about the special features of the camera? Well, if you're anything like me, you take it home and you never take it out of auto mode. Well, today I'm going to be tagging along with my friend Jeff, who's a professional photographer, and he's going to teach us how to take really great images by overcoming our fears of going from auto mode into manual mode. Let's go see what he's up to.
Here we are at Red Rock State Park. You know, it doesn't get any better than this.
It's gorgeous.
And you know, we should soak it all in and appreciate the beauty that we're surrounded by. And today I'm going to talk to you about switching out of the automatic mode of this camera.
It's scary.
No, it really isn't. Actually, the designers of this camera put in some great features to help you take awesome photos on cloudy days versus sunny days, and in all sorts of different types of light. So what we're going to talk about today is how to switch from wide angle to telephoto, how to use the optical image stabilization feature, and we're going to talk about how to adjust your shutter speed to change the lightness and the darkness in a photo. Okay, and then how to change the white balance, which affects the color temperature and the color tone of an image. So it's a really simple thing to do.
You think I'm going to be able to do this?
Oh, Mara, by the time we get down to the bottom of this hill, you're going to know all this stuff. It's a piece of cake, and remember, it's not a problem making mistakes. You're allowed to make all the mistakes in the world, and the best thing you can do is come out here and see this beauty, really. And that's what this camera was made for, really, is getting you outside and enjoying this nature. Okay?
Sounds good.
What I'm going to show you now is the white balance feature of this camera.
Okay.
Basically, the designers of the camera realized that the light changes all the time. Now you can see the light's really not agreeing with us in terms of sunshine. It's kind of cloudy. And what that happens to do is cast a sort of a bluish tone on things. And let me illustrate that for you. I'm going to shoot a picture with an automatic white balance, okay? Okay, see that picture right there? Okay. See how it's a little bit blue?
Right.
All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the menu mode right here. I'm going to click that. I'm going to toggle over. You see it was on the auto section. This is sunlight. That's cloudy.
Okay.
And this is for a tungsten light. Okay, basically a normal light bulb. All right, I'm going to toggle on down here and set that.
Right, you hit the cloud for the cloudy day.
Cloud for the cloudy day.
Okay.
It's really simple. I mean, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
That makes sense.
Okay, now I'm going to shoot a picture. Now when we made that adjustment to our white balance, we really represented the scene very well. The rocks are red, the greens are coming out really nicely. Let's go back and look at the other one before that.
Oh my
You see
God.
how everything's sort of washed out?
It doesn't even look like anything that we see.
It's a simple thing for you to do and allows you to put your creative input into these images and make better photos.
But it's still easy.
Oh, it's very easy. And again, don't be afraid of making mistakes. And let me show you a couple other things that you can do to make better photos.
Okay.
All right?
Cool.
Okay, we've got this great opportunity to show you a few more features of this camera. Now, we have your friend Elizabeth off there in the rocks. And what we're going to do is we're going to frame her up. Okay. You can see her there. Okay, kind of far away. And that's fine, because it shows the whole scope of the scene. But what we can do is very simply toggle this switch.
Zoom in.
And zoom in.
Cool.
Now it's a little bit difficult to keep her steady with that telephoto.
Right.
I'm going to shoot that picture anyway. But we've got this other really great feature. The optical image stabilization feature helps keep everything steady when you're shooting from far away. I'm going to just toggle it down and switch to mode 1.
Okay.
Set it. Okay, now watch. There, it focuses really easy. And we shoot the picture.
It's like a freeze frame.
You see how simple that is?
Yeah.
It really keeps your images tack sharp, and that's something that you want when you're in that telephoto mode.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool.
Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is shutter speed.
Okay.
We can adjust light and darkness of an image.
Okay. All right.
Let's go do it.
Okay. Hey, Elizabeth, come on down.
Now I'm going to teach you about shutter speed. Really simple manual mode technique that helps your pictures be much better exposed, okay? The way I'm going to illustrate this to you, Mara, is I'm going to have you stand right there. I'm going to shoot a picture of you in the automatic mode, okay?
My favorite mode.
You see how your skin tone's a little bit bright? It's a little bit bright for my taste. I think this is quite fine. Most everybody shoots pictures exactly like that. But a really simple technique that can improve this is if we switch over to manual mode, okay? And then we adjust the shutter speed utilizing that toggle switch. You see that? Okay. Now go ahead and stand there one more time. Okay, let's take a look at that second frame.
Okay.
Notice how your skin tone's much more realistic? All right, basically this is a very simple thing to do. All right, and let me explain it to you this way. You know, if you spend too much time out in the sun, you get really sunburned?
Yeah.
Okay, the frame is the same way. If you've overexposed those highlights, you'll never be able to darken them down. It's always better actually to be on the darker side of a frame, okay? You can always brighten it up later in the computer. All right, really simple thing to do. All you have to do is switch over to manual mode, adjust the exposure. You can slightly depress the shutter and you can preview what you're shooting.
Yeah.
It really gives you a lot of creative influence in that frame.
I like it. I want to try it out.
All right, the best thing to do is practice.
Okay.
You know, all we have to do is practice, practice, practice. You'll get it, Mara. I promise you.
All right, let's go.
Okay, great. So here we are in front of the stage at Red Rocks. Look at this scene. It's
Oh, cool.
sort of unbelievable. As unbelievable as it is, it presents us with a couple challenges.
Okay.
Okay. We've got two choices if we want to capture this scene. We can switch over to the wide angle mode on the camera and shoot a series of stills. Okay?
Tape them all together for one big panoramic.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's a very creative thing to do. People do it all the time. I kind of like it. It's artistic. The other thing that we can do is we can switch it over to the movie mode, get to the place we want, press the record button,
Okay.
and pan through the whole scene.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, the other thing you can do is record sound. So if you want to sing or something, you know,
Hello, Colorado. Love you.
and then when we're done, we press stop.
Okay.
So now the question is, what do we do with this? Simply hook it up to your computer. You can email it to your friends. They'll be blown away by the places that Mara's visiting on her vacation. You can also hook it up to your television set, okay, and view it on your TV.
Cool.
So the next thing we should do, since we're at Red Rocks in this spectacular stage, in this beautiful setting, why don't we get some pictures of you up on the stage?
Okay, cool. Jeff, thanks for taking this camera out with me and showing me that I don't have to be intimidated by it.
Always feel comfortable taking it out of automatic mode and putting it into manual. Feel comfortable making decisions for yourself. You can see when it's a cloudy day.
Yeah.
And you saw when we adjusted the white balance how it changed the tone of the red rocks. And
Yeah,
everything.
made it all rich.
The other thing we did was we used the shutter speed options. You know, we can brighten and darken. The other thing is, remember we were shooting Elizabeth from a far off distance, and
Right.
we used that optical image stabilization
Yeah,
thing.
it took the shake out of it.
Helps keep
Yeah.
everything steady even when you're not.
Yeah.
So the other really great thing is that movie mode.
Yeah, that was cool.
I love the movie mode because you can pan 360 degrees around, get these little movie clips, go home, show your friends on
Yeah.
your computer, and it really shows what this place is all about.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do now?
Okay, well, I was thinking if we went over here and took the,
Photography is a pretty subjective thing. You know, everybody's got different tastes. Some people like vanilla ice cream, some people like chocolate ice cream. The best advice I can give you is figure out what it is that you love to photograph and get better at doing it. The easiest way to do that is maybe go to the bookstore. If you like photographing wildlife, go pick up wildlife magazines. If you love sports, go look at sports magazines. See how these photographers are accomplishing that communication of impact. You know, have a lot of fun with it. If you go back and photograph something a couple different times, you'll start to become better at looking at that which you photograph, and you'll notice that you're becoming a better photographer, and then gaining perspective. You know, you've got to look at 1,000 sunsets to really appreciate what a great sunset is.